What's going on, guys? Welcome back to brand new video. And just go really quick when we talk about this clip that we saw on the eSports Boxing Club Twitter. It's actually just a GIF, to be honest, so 5 seconds long, if that. And I've just got back from Wednesday. So I've been away all weekend. Obviously, it was my birthday on the Friday, I think. And then I was away the Saturday, the Sunday. I just got back on the Monday. And then I saw this and I thought, you know what, make a really quick video. As I always try to keep you guys updated with everything ESBC. Now, let's be honest, there's not too much to see. We can see Arthur leaning back. He takes a shot to the body, which kind of shoves him back a little bit. He avoids the 1-2 to the face and throws a really nice body jab, which almost completely hunches Akali over, which one thing I noticed right away was the fact that it hunched him over, and he quite literally hunched, which I thought was pretty cool, from just a basic body jab, well, I suppose a counter body jab to almost hunch someone over like that was really cool. And, admittedly, the leaning back from Arthur didn't seem to do too much, being the fact that he did still take the shot on the body. But I suppose, you can't always anticipate everything, we don't know what was happening in that fight. There could have been a lot of headshots thrown, and Arthur could have been moving out of what he thought was going to be head hooks, and instead Akali threw the hooks to the body. Then Arthur was able to counter with a really nice jab. So a couple of things to point out. This actually looks different from the previous gameplay I saw in the sense of the colours of Arthur. This looks a much, beiger, like grayer almost, like his gloves aren't as green, but then they could have been going for a different style of shorts for him. I'm going to put one up on screen the closest I could find representation of the shorts and kind of colour they were going for, or it could have just been a different overlay, different grading added onto the gameplay. I don't quite know, and also it's only a GIF, so it's not some 4K gameplay, it is just a very quick GIF, so I don't know why the colour quality seemed a little bit lower, but that's just one thing I thought I'd point out right off the start. Instead of just being like, oh my god, it's so mind-blowing. The one thing I thought right off the start was, why does the colour seem a little bit duller than the rest of the game? It did seem quite dull, but, still looked decent. Admittedly, the start did seem a bit odd with, like I said, Arthur leaning back like this, and he takes a punch to the hip, which almost pushes him backwards, which gets him out of the range of that 1-2. So he didn't actually purposely counter that. He just threw the shot at the right place at the right time. He got hit in somewhat of the hip with that body shot, which pushed him back. Lawrence Akali throws the 1-2, and it's like right close to Arthur's face. Then he throws that jab to the body. I just want to talk about the jab really quick before we end the video. And the jab didn't seem like a regular jab. It seemed almost like a heavy jab, a bit like, I suppose the closest one I've seen in recent times of like a real heavy jab like that would be Kamaru Usman in the UFC. He has a really nice, strong, heavy jab, and that looked like what Arthur threw. That wasn't like a really snappy jab. It looked like he kind of torched his body into that. And I thought that was interesting, so maybe that was what a first clip of maybe a power jab. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe that was just Arthur throwing a slower jab. But for me, it didn't seem as snappy. It seemed very slow and somewhat heavy, which is why it would have completely hunched Akali over. But I know Arthur's not the snappiest combinations. He's no prime Manny Pacquiao. But still, I thought that the jab did seem a little bit slower, but it seemed heavier than a regular jab from either fighter. So you guys let me know your thoughts on that. But all in all, we didn't see too much. I'm not going to make a 15-minute video of this. That's just unnecessary. We saw a bit. The start seemed a little bit odd. The colour is a little bit duller than normal, which is kind of strange. I know it is only a GIF. Or a GIF, whatever you guys prefer to call it. And then Arthur takes that shot to the hip, which pushes him out of range. So he doesn't actually lean to counter. He gets pushed. Then Akali throws his 1-2, leaving himself open, and he just throws the body counter. So it's good that, let's say, we don't always have to have a counter window or a counter opportunity. We could just be out of range. If someone throws a big hook at us and we're just standing there and the hook glides past, we can counter. We don't need that leaning back, that opportunity. Because any open shot could be classed as an opportunity. Any open shot after an opponent throwing a shot could be classed as a counter. So it's good that we don't need those fight night counter windows where you need to go under a shot. You need to pull back at the last second. This was just basic, Akali threw his shots. Arthur wasn't, he got pushed back. He wasn't leaning. He was completely out of range, threw his body jab, and, then it stunned and hunched Akali over, which I really like. So, only something little, not loads to talk about. Like I said, the only thing that disappointed me was the colour seemed pretty dull. Other than that, the gameplay looks like it's heading in the right direction. There's always time to improve. The guys are improving every single day. So I know people will say, I didn't like the combination that Akali threw. That could have been because Arthur was leaning backwards. That could have been because the quality of the gameplay that we've seen is not exactly, like I said, it's not exactly it's 4K. It is just a Twitter GIF. There's not much to it, But other than the colour being a little bit dull, Arthur was leaning out the way, took that shot to the body. Good. I really like the body jab from Arthur, that 100 Akali. I thought that was really nice. You guys have to know what you think. Was it just a slower jab, or was it a power jab, you know, because they spoke about power modifier. I thought it was some kind of power jab, but then Nath, you know, stomped his foot down into that one and really kind of cracked that knuckle into the solar plex, which hunched him over. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.